Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel for another episode of the Ten Hag Revolution here on FIFA 21 with Manchester City. And today we kick off the episode with a game against 11th placed Aston Villa, which we will of course simulate. So a few changes for the game against Villa today. Ederson starts in goal. It's Lamptey, Diaz and Saka at the back, Rossa, Gravenberch, Almada and Felix in the middle, Kaiki on the right, Foden on the left and Lautaro Martinez at striker. Delap, Stefanovic, De Jong, De Bruyne and Mcatee, Hernandez and Dreesen all on the bench for us today. So we come with a 4-0 win over Villa. Lautaro Martinez, Felix, Lautaro, and Felix again. So a double from Felix and a double from Lautaro. Give us a 4-0 win over Villa. And another clean sheet as well for Ederson. But attacking wise, we've got, I think Lautaro, Felix, Rodgers, Varane. They're like Delap. Those five players, they're all battling for top goal scorer this season, aren't they? It's impossible to predict which one's going to get it. So up next, we've got Crystal Palace in the Premier League. And we will use the sim system going into this one. They're actually in 10th place, which is interesting. So we can jump in if there's any issues. But I think we will easily brush past a Crystal Palace side. So this is a side for Crystal Palace. Ederson starts in goal with This is a side for Crystal Palace. We've got Ederson starting in goal. Lamptey, Rice, Diaz and Hernandez at the back. De Jong, Gravenberch and Rodgers is back in there today. Foden on the left, Torres on the right. And Delap through the middle. We'll give a rest to Joao Felix. The Crystal Palace side on the left-hand side of your screen there. Some young players that are known to be very highly rated. Waldschmidt, I think, is actually top goal scorer in the league at the moment. The striker for them. Borja Mayoral also up top with him there. They've got Murillo, Sturgeon, Vots and Boateng at the back. Sameseku is in there as well, who's a very good midfielder. I think plays in the Bundesliga. And of course the Polish goalkeeper, Drakowski, who's been impressive, very impressive at Fiorentina. Gravenberch, Rodgers again. Good little turn from him through to Foden. To Liam Delap, and it's 1-0 Manchester City. Rodgers, Foden, Varane and Delap combine. And Manchester City take the lead early on in the 15th minute through Liam Delap. Chance here for Palace and a goal for Crystal Palace. Waldschmidt, the league's top goal scorer, messing around with it there, the side at the back. And Crystal Palace equalise. Chance here, good spin. Gravenberch is tight to him. Oh, a chance, and Ederson just palms it away. It was Serdar with a hit. And Borja Mayoral has come off for them. Well, at 65 minutes, we will jump in if the game hasn't changed. Ooh, this is shocking. Let's try and see if we can turn this around here. Number 29, the substitution. Run away here. Run away here. Diaz. Oh, wonderful defending. Delap, Rodgers. Varane. Rodgers. Back to Varane. Fouled Morgan Rodgers. Ferran Torres. Burst away. Varane with a finish. 2-1 Manchester City. And it's that man as he always is. Ferran Torres. He's just so good. He's just so good. 91 rated. Played in by Rodgers. He was fouled. Clattered into. Didn't stop him. Playing that ball through to Ferran Torres. And Varane puts it into the back of the net. To give us a lead here. Drakowski can't stop that one. Hit with so much power from Varane. Goal number 5 in the Premier League for him this season. Lautaro, what a pass wide to Foden. Good skill into Lautaro. Into Varane. Falls to Thiago Almada. Deflection off Drakowski. He's had a poor game, the goalkeeper. 3-1 Manchester City. And this is going to be 3 points away at Selhurst Park. Good performance really in the second half. Turn the game around when it looked like Palace were gathering momentum. Waldschmidt, they come forward here though. Good defending by Ruben Diaz again. And that is full-time, a 3-1 win away at Selhurst Park. Ferran Torres, Thiago Almada and Liam Delap with the goals. Next, it's 18th place Leeds United at home. Leeds doing terribly in the league. And you can see there how far we're starting to run away with this Premier League this crown, aren't we? We could be returning it to Manchester. Well, it's in Manchester anyway, but returning to the blue half of Manchester United down in 5th place. Doesn't look like they're going to be winning the league title. But we're getting closer and closer to it despite being only 20 games in. And I think we can sim this game against Leeds, 18th placed at home. Should be no issues here. And the game finishes another 3-1. Wrench comes on and scores in the 78th minute. Lautaro in the 56th. And Joao Felix in the 4th. Leeds did open the scoring very early on in the 2nd minute with Galbraith. But Felix quickly, 2 minutes later, replied and another 3-1 win. So it is now January the 3rd. So we are into the January transfer window. I don't think I'm looking at making any signings. But maybe we look to make some sales. I don't think so either. To be honest with you, we've got such a big squad now. There's so many good players. Maybe James Mcatee could leave. He's not played at all for us. And actually, when he's played, he has been disappointing. Rodgers is ahead of him in the squad, and I think he's disappointed with his game time. So we could see maybe him leave, and maybe a midfielder coming to replace him. We'll have to see. But Mcatee looks to be the only one that will be departing the club. And we face Sheffield Wednesday in the FA Cup here, and we'll be putting out a very heavily rotated side. And again, we will use the sim system in. Well, this is side for Wednesday today. Dreesen starts in goal, Couto, Rossa, Mcatee and Hernandez in the back four. Almada and Gravenberch in the midfield two. Rodgers in front, Stefanovic on the left, Kayiki on the right, and Liam Delap through the middle. On the bench, we've got Martinez, Torres, Mcatee, Holmes, Saka, Wrench, and of course Bentley. And it's a strong side, strong enough side to be beating Sheffield Wednesday anyway. Well, it's a win, but it's a narrow win. 45th minute goal from Filip Stefanovic gives us the win over Sheffield Wednesday. Well, in terms of the squad, Simon Aresti, who is a young player we've had out on loan at Newcastle, has returned from his loan. And you see there, he's got 78 rated, 21 years of age, but he's behind. You know, we only play one centre-back. He's behind three centre-backs in the pecking order. So we will put him back on the loan list. He can leave the club if he wants to. Back on loan, we'll change his squad number as well. He won't be wearing the number 4. You know, Vincent Kompany wore that number and no one's really wore it since. We'll give him the number 44. And when I was saying about, you know, this man, James Mcatee, it's not like he's good enough for the club, is it? So we are going to transfer list him. Maybe someone will make an offer for him. So the first game we'll be playing of the episode is a Carabao Cup semi-final first leg, and we go away to Blackpool. So we'll play the first leg. The second leg we'll probably be able to sim because we should be smashing Blackpool, shouldn't we? We'll see how it goes. But congratulations to them to even make it into this area of the Carabao Cup, you know, this far into the competition, into the semi-final. And Liverpool play West Ham in the other semi-final. So that is interesting too. If we get past Blackpool, it will be Liverpool or West Ham in the final. Well, this is the side we're going to go with for Blackpool. It's a relatively strong side, actually. Dreesen starts in goal. It's Couto, Rossa, Rents, and Saka at the back. De Jong and Gravenberch in the midfield. Rodgers in front, Kayiki on the right, Foden on the left, and Lautaro Martinez through the middle. On the bench, we've got Liam Delap, Stefanovic, Almada, Holmes, who probably will come on at some point, Lamptey, Hernandez, and Ederson. So here we are at Blackpool, a relatively local side to Manchester City, who are the underdogs, the massive underdogs in this semi-final. But how they've got to the semi-final, they've clearly done an amazing job, haven't they? An absolutely amazing job. And this should be an interesting game today between us and them. There is Frankie de Jong from Blackpool. Now, from Barcelona to Blackpool. I mean, big change in his career, isn't it? Playing at a different place. Nuttall there, the striker. I don't really know any of the Blackpool players in this side. Takes his time. Gravenberch. Lautaro Martinez. Look at the run from Foden. De Jong has found him. Phil Foden. What a save. What a save. Foden hit it down the middle. The keeper made himself big and made a great save. Wide to Couto. Chested down to Kayiki. Back to Couto again. Who's onside. Rodgers. Still Morgan Rodgers. Into Lautaro. Lays it off to Foden. Phil Foden makes it 1-0 Manchester City. And he wears the captain's armband today. The boy from Manchester. And he's given his side a lead in this semi-final. It's been coming. He knew it was going to come actually at some point. Rodgers here doing the work into Lautaro. Little back heel through to Phil Foden. And he finished it at the far corner for a 1-0 lead. Saka. Kayiki. Couto. Into Lautaro Martinez. 2-0 Manchester City. Good football, and Lautaro finished at the near post. A header. I mean, the celebration's a bit too much. We are playing Blackpool. The players need to understand that. Good work out wide here by Kayiki to Couto. Another great cross from the fullback. And Lautaro beats the goalkeeper at the near post. Heads it round him. And it's another goal for Lautaro this season. He's been a fantastic signing. He's first in the Carabao Cup as well. A few are scoring the first goals here today. Not really played in the previous stage of this tournament, have they? Saka in space. Into Lautaro. Lautaro Martinez! Oh, brilliant goal from Lautaro. 3-0 Manchester City. He's just scored a header, and now he's put one in the top corner, the Argentinian. Pulled back to him by Saka, I think it was. And Lautaro finishes it off. Saka finds him in a good position. Had a bit of work to do, Lautaro. A lot of work to put it in from there. And here, on the turn, shifts the ball to his right foot. And bends it in towards the top corner of the far net. I think Blackpool are going as far as they've gone in this competition. They will be going out at the semi-final stage. There's a second leg yet, and I mean, there's a second half. The game could change very quickly. Another cross in. Lautaro attacks it. Oh, it's a hat-trick. It's a free header for Lautaro Martinez. And a hat-trick for him. Free header in the box. I don't know why no one's marking him. He's so physical for a small man. That's what I really like him. He is so physical. And he holds players off with ease. Similar to Sergio Aguero. Look at this. He's holding the man off, rises, and heads it into the back of the net. Brilliant header from Lautaro Martinez. And a great cross by, I think it was Saka, on the corner. Wonderful header from Lautaro Martinez. Manchester City 4, Blackpool 0. Kaiki back to Rodgers. In behind to Quto with a good cross into Lautaro, who makes it 5-0 before half-time. Great finish from Lautaro Martinez. Great cross by Quto, and he gets his 4th goal of the game. Cross comes in from Yan Quto. Studs on it by Lautaro Martinez, and he finishes the game, if it wasn't finished anyway. It's just ridiculous stuff. He's 4th in the Carabao Cup, and they've all come today. Surely the ref blows the half-time whistle, puts Blackpool out of the misery. They'd hope so anyway, wouldn't they? So Holmes is going to come on for Frenkie de Jong. Phil Foden's going to come off for Stefanovic, and Liam Delap is going to come on for Lautaro Martinez in the second half. Give them some chance to maybe get some goals for themselves out in the field. We'll kick off and then jump to result. And it does finish 5-0. The subs come on. No more goals in the second half. And that is game over for Blackpool, I believe, in this competition. So up next is 7th place Wolves in the Premier League. A game we are going to play because going to Molineux is not easy. We'll see if we can do it in the first half, really. You can see that now 2 players of ours are in the top goal scorers. Felix with 12, Lautaro with 11. And Wolves are not far behind the likes of Arsenal, Spurs, United, I'm sure, as we have a look at the Premier League table now. 33 points. Well, they are a bit of a way off, actually. There's a big separation, isn't there, between 7th and 6th. So we'll see how we do against Wolves today. Maybe we can finish this game off in the first half. That's what I like to see. So this is side for Wolves today. Edison starts and goal. We've got Lamptey, Rice, Diaz and Hernandez at the back. Almada and De Bruyne in the midfield with Felix in front. Ferran on the right. Stefanovic on the left. And Martinez up top. We've got Delap. Kaiki's there, but is there anyone else with a bit more stamina? Phil Foden. So it's going to be Delap, Foden, De Jong, Gravenberch, and Mcatee, Saka and Dreesen on the bench. There is Pedro Neto doing kick-ups before the game. Wolves' top goal scorer in the Premier League this season. And as we always say, a player that could have been in Manchester City blue if things had gone a little bit differently. We were looking at him for the wings positions. In the end, he wasn't needed, but he definitely was an option. And he will face us today in this game against Wolves. So this is the Wolves side that faces today. Thomas Strakosha starts in goal, back 5, Semedo, then Donker, Denaya, Foyt and Vinagre. Berger and Neves in the midfield with Diatta, El Nassiri and Pedro Neto, the 3 up top. They've got Adama Traore, Gaish, Podence, Perrault, Johnny and Campagna on the bench. And of course, Gaish was top goal scorer for Southampton last season, so moved to Wolves, a bit of a step up. Maybe he'll come on and score against us as he always did for Southampton. The curse of the Southampton players and the curse of the Southampton team. So Manchester City versus Wolves. It's live from Molineux. We're having such a good season in the Premier League. We really are. Unbeaten currently at the halfway point. Lamptey pulls it back to Felix into Lautaro, who puts it in the bottom corner. Lautaro Martinez. Brilliant finish. Brilliant finish. His signature celebration as well. He always does. Felix there, unselfish, just pulls it back to Lautaro. And the way he cuts across it with a shot makes it so difficult for the goalkeeper to reach. And you think, oh, he's going to go out and hit the post and come out. No, off the post. And bobbles into the back of the net. Great goal from Lautaro Martinez, who's just scored 4 in the previous game against Blackpool. And 1-0 we lead Wolves straight away. And it could be another half-time jump to result this. If we carry on, we're just in incredible form, aren't we? Goal number 12 of the season for him. What a signing. Here's Hernandez. Thiago Almada. De Bruyne. Felix. Into Varane. Oh, 2-0 Manchester City. Ferran Torres makes it 2. We've got a lethal front line, haven't we, really? A lethal front line. Another assist for Joao, I think, for today. Finds Ferran. Away from Vinagre. Just peels off him. And finishes it into that bottom corner for Ferran Torres. Good finish. Strakosha clearly weak on that side. He's right hand side. Ferran's put it in that corner as well. Something the players worked on in the training, possibly. That's number 6 for the season for Ferran. Not too bad for a man who's playing on the wing. One of our top goal scorers so far this season, I believe, in all competitions, that is. Not in the Premier League, of course. Almada, well read. Lautaro. Wide to Filip Stefanovic. Here's Stefanovic. Stefanovic! Oh, what a goal from Filip Stefanovic. 3-0 Manchester City, and we will finish this game at half-time, I think. Great goal from Filip Stefanovic. Lautaro finds him. And you think, can he do it from here? On the right foot. He can. Curls it into that far corner. There's the Serbian winger. He's third of the Premier League. Great debut season for him. 3-0 Manchester City. We're absolutely flying here. Felix. Varane dives in. Got to be careful, Varane diving in like that. Vinagre. Diaz just a little bit too aggressive there. Could cause us problems is Ruben Neves. Good save by Ederson. And the thing is, when you do get through our defence, we've got one of the best goalkeepers, if not the best goalkeeper in the world, defending our goal. Lautaro. Oh, good tackle on him. Trying to be a bit too clever there, Lautaro Martinez. But De Bruyne wins it back. Into Lautaro. Felix. Nowhere to go. Looks wide to Varane. In space, Ferran Torres. And he finishes it when he gets space like that. 4-0 Manchester City. That is game over. Absolutely destroyed Wolves here today. Absolutely destroyed them again. It's Felix. Takes his time. Picks out Varane. Varane fires it past Strakosha. 4-0 Manchester City. Goal number 7 for Ferran Torres. And you know what we're going to do here. We might as well do it. Tell us how it finishes. Finishes 4-0. A double from Varane, 1 from Lautaro and 1 for Stefanovic. What a game. What a performance again from this side. Well, Arsenal have come in for James Mcatee. Now that's an interesting one, but we don't want to sell him to a rival. So we'll reject that deal. Maybe someone lower down the table, really. Borussia Dortmund are interested in taking Aresti on loan. Let's delegate this. A loan without an option to buy, of course. They wanted him for 26 million at the end of it. Well, RB Leipzig have now come in for James Mcatee, which is more like it. Let's negotiate this deal for the midfielder. Unfortunately, he's just obviously not good enough, is it? I wish he was. I really wish he was, but he's not. We'll see if there's any Leipzig players we are interested in. Maybe a youngster to play, sort of, just a bit of football at this club. Well, Leipzig don't really have any players we're interested in. We're going to say 45 million cash for James Mcatee. 42.5. Well, let's accept that deal. He will be moving to RB Leipzig, which is probably a good move for him. He's not getting football here, and he'll get football surely for Leipzig in Germany. So it's a side we're familiar with. I feel like we've faced them 3 times already this season. It's Watford in the Premier League. 12th place Watford, and we know what's going to happen here. We'll sim this game because I think if we play this game, it could get really ugly. I mean, 8 or 9-0, wouldn't it? So this is a side for Watford. Ederson starts in goal. Couto, Rossa, Diaz and Saka at the back. De Jong and Gravenberch in the midfield. Rodgers in behind the lap. And then on the wide positions, it's Ferran Torres. And captain today, Phil Foden. On the bench, Lautaro Martinez, Kaiki, Almada De Bruyne, and Bete, and Anderson Dries. And actually, I'm thinking of bringing in Luke Mbete. Why not for Ruben Diaz? And it's a 3-0 win for Manchester City. Rodgers with a goal, Foden with the other one. And Foden with a double, actually. Rodgers also missed the penalty. So he could have doubled his tally for the day. Good performances clearly from him and Phil Foden. Well, Aresti's move to Dortmund has been agreed. A 2-year loan. Of course, unfortunately, we're never going to get to use the 21-year-old Italian, but he looks a fantastic young centre-back. And confirmation here, James Mcatee has moved to RB Leipzig in a £42.5 million deal, which will mean we get 39.5 to our transfer budget, which is over £1 billion, but we're just not buying players, are we? So we don't need the money. Well, up next, it's Everton away. Everton, who are down in 17th. Now, initially I thought, I'll play this game. I'll definitely play this game. 17th placed Everton? This is shocking. So, sim system it is, and we'll jump in if they need us. The Everton side there on the left-hand side of your screen, you see Walter Benitez in goal. It's Martin Theo, Lavato and Sarachi, the back four. Doucouré and Yorman in the midfield. Then it's Chukwueze, Matondo on the wings with, is it Carlos Fedez? And then Cameo up top. It's a different Everton side. I mean, they were playing Anthony Gordon at striker last season, weren't they? Just things have really gone downhill since Carlo Ancelotti left for Everton. Foden, De Bruyne, it's great skill into João Felix, another save by Walter Benitez. Felix has missed a double here. Foden, great skill. Penalty Manchester City. Well, I'm not going to take it because I'm shocking at him. We'll let João Felix step up and do his own thing. So Felix does step up, and he puts it into the bottom corner. 1-0 lead at Goodison Park. João Felix with the goal. He's becoming more and more prolific in front of goal, isn't he? Especially playing in behind the striker, which is probably his natural position, really. And you don't see it much in football these days. Someone who plays just in behind the striker. Not as an attacking midfielder. So like a centre forward, really. Second striker. Chance for Everton here. Ooh, great feat. Somehow it's deflected over the bar. Another chance here over the bar. Everton look dangerous. Not in the right way, and Everton are through here. Cross the box, Fedez! Own goal from Ruben Diaz as he tries to clear it off the line. That is a shocker. And they're right back in it then. Feels like Everton are building, growing in confidence. Deflected away, another chance for Everton here. Good save by Ederson. We're jumping in. We are jumping into this game because I'm not liking how it's going really. Into Lautaro. Felix, they're in trouble here. Ferran's made a run. Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres, good save. Lautaro at the far post. Oh, what a block. I slowed down with Ferran there because I didn't want to take it too close to the keeper. Theo, what a block this is, by the way. See, we usually play possession football, but Everton are just... It's like they want us to counter because they know we're not very good at counter-attacking. Here's Foden. Phil. Felix. Back to Phil. Oh, great skill. Ferran. Ferran, great skill by him. We'll shoot Ferran Torres. Blocked away. Oh, where's Lautaro when you need him? We're a very technically gifted side, and the players aren't the most physical. They're getting fouled physically here. Felix. Over top here. Lautaro! Straight into the hands of Benitez. And we give it away with Saka. That is full time, surely. Referee plays on. He doesn't. That is full time. A 1-1 draw with Everton. Not the worst result in the world, but they are down in 17th. It's not a defeat, but we should be doing better there. 1-1 with Everton, and Ancelotti looks on. Of course, really, he must have left this side, because surely it wouldn't be Everton performing like this down in 17th position. Well, Aresti has agreed his loan move to Dortmund, so away he moves for the rest of the season and for the season afterwards. And then we've got Forest in the Cup. Let's have a look at the actual games. We've got Forest in the Cup, Blackpool at home, and then Southampton at home. So we will finish the episode with a game against Southampton at home, and we will sim these two games against Forest and Blackpool. Of course, we're already through against Blackpool, and we pretty much should beat Forest as well, so we can put out a weaker side against them two and save them for that massive game against Southampton, our bogey side. And a 3-1 win over Nottingham Forest. It's Kevin De Bruyne in the 68th minute, Foden in the 40th, and Liam Delap in the 20th. They got a goal back through Johnson in the 31st. But another win, another good performance, and we look like we're going to progress in all the cup competitions really far this season. So Blackpool it is next, and we're already 5-0 up and aggregate in the semi-finals, so we will play a very weak side against Blackpool and sim through this game. So this is the side for Blackpool today. Dreesen starts in goal. We've got Couto, Rossa, Rents, and Hernandez at the back. Almada and Holmes in the midfield. Rodgers in front, Kaiki on the right, Stefanovic on the left, and Delap up top. And I mean, this is our weakest side, and look how good it is already. On the bench, we've got De Bruyne, Gravenberch, Torres, Martinez, and Mcatee, Saka, and Bentley. And I mean, if that's your weakest side, you really haven't got any problems at the club, have you? Because that is a ridiculously good side for a weak side. And the game finishes 4-1. A Liam Delap hat-trick against Blackpool. Rodgers in the 85th minute, and they did score first in the first minute through Dougal. And I think they were probably really celebrating that, but then the Delap hat-trick followed in the Rodgers goal. They give it as a 4-1 win over Blackpool. And so for our final game of the episode, with 10 points clear at the top of the Premier League table, we face our arch rivals on career mode. For whatever reason, it's Southampton. So full strength we go for Southampton today. Ederson starts in goal, Lamptey, Rice, Diaz and Saka at the back. De Jong and De Bruyne are the captain in the midfield. Felix, Torres and Foden in behind. Lautaro, Martinez. No Delap today, he's a bit tired, so on the bench it's Rodgers, Kaiki, Almada, Gravenberch, Rents, Hernandez and Dreesen. So here we are at the Etihad Stadium for this game against Southampton. And like I said, they're our arch rivals, aren't they, on career mode. Whatever we do, we always struggle against them, and it's always an exciting game. So what a way to end the episode, possibly with a game full of goals as the two sides come out of the tunnel here at the Etihad. So this is the Southampton side that faces today. Pavlenka starts in goal. Castagna, Quaresma, Montes and Munoz at the back. Haber, Smallbone, Tchouameni and Kluivert in the midfield four. And it's Jimenez and Adeyemi up top. On the bench they've got Scuffet, Hermes, Cardona, Sau, Sanabria. Some good players, and Southampton really do have an amazing recruitment policy, don't they? Because every time they seem to lose these players, like Dia, like Gaish, who move on to, other clubs, bigger clubs, you could say, big money moves, they go and replace them with another really good player. And I think one of the players on the bench there, the Hermes, he is actually Fernandinho's regen. So what a signing he is for them. He's around 84 rated. So Manchester City versus Southampton. It's live from the Etihad Stadium in what could be a very important game if we were to get battered here today for form. Bit of a foul on Southampton there. Love to hit you on the counter, don't they? Lamptey, oh, you've stopped it, then you've given it back to them. Chance here for Southampton. They're walking the ball in. It's always Southampton. Always, always Southampton. 1-0 down straight away. Jara with a goal. They walk the ball in as well. They don't shoot when they get a chance. They pass it until someone can tap it in. What is it with Southampton? What is it with Southampton? Whenever they face me, what are they, 10th in the league? Fair enough. Prime Barcelona. Messi, Pedro and David Villa running at me. Xavi in the midfield with Iniesta and Busquets. It's ridiculous. Hassan Özil's side take the lead. Leo Xavi with his only second goal this season. But he's turned up against Manchester City and 1-0 down after 5 minutes. What a start that is. Into Kevin De Bruyne. Back into Lautaro Martinez. He's got options. He goes to Varane out wide. Varane knocks it across to Felix with a volley. De Bruyne. Oh, he can't keep it in. Just can't keep it in. It's a corner at least. The thing is, everyone's making runs. And look at the space we've got for Lamptey, who stopped his run, unfortunately. De Bruyne. Lamptey. Lamptey, can he get a good cross into Martinez? He can. How they defended that, I don't know. Looking for the killer passes, KDB. De Jong. Felix. Foden. Lautaro! Oh, it's just wide of the post. Hits it from range, Lautaro Martinez. Nearly finds the back of the net. And into Diaz. Calmly done. Well played out the danger there. And then Kevin De Bruyne goes and does that. Luckily he's back defending. Jarba's offside, referee. The linesman's just flagged. Ederson out for this one. What a block by Rice. Still going here, Southampton. Oh, De Bruyne, shocking tackle. Oh, that's a handball. Penalty. Lamptey with a handball. Penalty to Southampton. It's going to be 2-0 to Southampton here. Well, we're unbeaten in the season. Who's surprised that Southampton will be the one to end the streak? Who's surprised at all? Lamptey slid in there to block it. Did the right thing. Just catches his trailing arm. Just the tiniest bit. But you know they're going to give a penalty. Jimenez, who scored a penalty already against us this season. Jimenez! Oh, he's at the post. Frankie, that was a lifeline from Jimenez. Thank you. Well, here we go. Frankie. Lautaro. Get running, Joao, because we need you. He's not running. Lautaro's just saying, I'll do it on my own then. Away from Tchouaméni. Saka. Foden. Lautaro. Lets it run slightly. Lautaro. Looking for someone, option, space, someone to pass to. There's no one. Jimenez. Crunched by Diaz. Here's Adeyemi with the pace. He can probably shoot himself here, Adeyemi. He might shoot himself here. Ederson beaten at the near post. 2-0 Southampton. You can see it coming. I'm trying to get across to him here. I slowed down slightly because I think, oh, don't let him pass. But in the end, he just smashed it past Ederson at the near post. Southampton 2, Manchester City 0. 11 goals for Adeyemi. 2-0 down. So frustrating. Kluivert, that is half-time. 2-0 down at half-time. Well, I'll take a draw now. I'd take a draw, but we bottling the title because of Southampton. It feels like it, doesn't it? It feels like it. They're just ridiculously good every time. Foden's been useless on that left-hand side. Maybe he comes off at half-time. I'm not sure what to do here. Well, I'm not happy with the Foden or Felix performance, but Joao Felix is the one who tends to stay on and Foden gets dragged. Well, we're going to drag Felix today. And on comes the man who's usually a hero in these situations when we need to get a comeback. It's Morgan Rogers. Let's see what he can do today. Oliver top here. What a ball again. De Jong in the box to make the tackle. They still keep it. Oh. Penalty. Frustration. Ridiculous. Is my head gone? What is it? With Southampton. Oh, De Jong makes the foul, yes, but my table's now broken, is it? Jimenez! Oh, this time he goes the same way, but finishes it 3-0 Southampton. The stress levels are rising against this side. What is it with Southampton? Why are they so good? Someone explain to me why they're so good. It's just ridiculous. We just can't beat them ever. 3-0 down. Well, Rogers, it's all down to you now, mate. Maybe the people at EA Sports are Southampton fans, because this is ridiculous. They knock the ball around ridiculously well. De Jong across. Into the box they go. Saka with a tackle in the box. Let's go now, can we? 3 goals to score. Let's get moving. Foden. Rogers. Go on, Morgan. Morgan Rogers. Rogers makes it 3-1. He's so good. Look at the ball. It's broke the net. He's hit it that hard. Pick it up, Rogers. Let's go again. 3-1. Good run. I mean, the power he has. It's like Yaya Toure running through. Ball sticks to his feet. He's too strong. And he hammers it in. De Bruyne can't make a tackle. Saka, it's going to be a free kick to Southampton. Well, Adeyemi's going to put this in the top corner, isn't it? Is anyone doubting that this doesn't go in? Adeyemi. Saved by Ederson somehow. I just knew it was going to go in. Through to Martinez, good block. Gravenberch on the rebound. Block everything. Absolutely everything. We've got one at the back here. Offside. Offside, referee. Mile offside, Adeyemi. Mile offside, referee. 4-1. You just can't stop them. Every time they shoot, it goes in. I'm not even watching the replay. Adeyemi makes it 4-1. Well, we've definitely lost this game. They blocked everything at that end. We can't block a single thing at our end. Foden. Come on, Saka. Get your legs moving now. Martinez. Good run. Martinez. Martinez makes it 4-2. Good hit, Martinez. Good strength. Pick up that ball. No use celebrating, mate. We're 4-2 down here against Southampton. He's gone. Lamptey's found him. In the wrong position, but we'll take it. Aiki into Ferran. On his chest. Well done, Ferran. Gravenberch. Rodgers. Rodgers! Whoa! 4-2. 4-3 now. Rodgers scored again. We should just go behind and then bring Rodgers on, because he only just scores loads of goals, doesn't he? Great touch, great strength. Back of the net by Rodgers. 4-3. Goal number 7 in the Premier League now. Well played. Lautaro. Play it. Rodgers. Rodgers! Oh, he's hit the post. Lautaro into the hands of the goalkeeper. Oh, how has he hit the post there? Lautaro up. Hit by Rodgers. Diaz. Varane! Oh, he's hit the post. He's hit the outside of the post, Ferran Torres. Oh, so close. Seconds left. Lautaro. He's in space. Ferran. Saka on the overlap. Back to Ferran. De Jong. Frankie. Oh, into Rodgers. Referee! Played it into Morgan Rodgers. He's about to finish the chance. We're about to make it 4-4. We lose our first game of the season. And it's all down to Southampton as usual. We lost the league last season because of them. We tend to lose games because of Southampton. You let us know in the comments below. Are the people at EA Sports Southampton fans? Surely they must be, because they're absolutely ridiculous every time they play us. And I cannot beat them. There's something wrong. I can beat Barcelona. I can beat Real Madrid. I can beat United. I can beat Liverpool. I can beat Inter Milan. But Southampton, there's just something about them that they turn up against us and there's nothing we can do. Please do like the video if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. We'll see you next time.